Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, for a Patreon cast, it's going to be Clem versus Reynor here on Tropical Sacrifice. Top side going to be Clem, bottom side going to be Reynor. TVZ here. I don't think I have many TVZs on this map. A lot of PVZs and PVTs. I did cast a Midnight Madness PVZ on this map last week, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like Data C is where all the TVCs are, right? Anyway, this is going to be a Patreon cast. For those of you who support me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. And if you're watching this the week of January the 20th, thank you very much for supporting me that way. I really do love each and every one of you. And if you're watching this in the month of February 2023 or later, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 5 or 6 times a week, maybe 7 times a week sometimes with StarCraft 2 content. So, Reynor versus Clem, a matchup for the ages, man. These two players are the same age. They're 18 years old. Wait, maybe 19? Maybe 19 now. They're not 20 yet, but holy smokes are they good. And they bring out the best of each other every single time that they play. So Clem, his superpower is when he gets on 3 bases, he sends constant waves at the Zerg, just macroing so well. And Reynor can absorb, you know, a lot of drone losses and just be unaffected. I don't know how he does it. I honestly have no idea, but I certainly love the guy for it. It's just like every other Zerg player will have an attack come in and kill like 20 drones, and they're like, I'm behind. And they have to, like, rebuild the drones, and it puts their economy and their tech behind. And Reynor's like, nah, don't really care, actually. Don't worry about it. It's like, wow, how does he do this? He'll be back up to what he was in the worker count instantly, and then he's just from there. I don't know what he does, man. Maybe it's just response time. Maybe it's when a drone dies, he's immediately rebuilding it. And drones don't take that long to build, and maybe just his injects are so good, he has so much available larva that it's cool. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about, man. So Reaper shows up. This Reaper's name is a Changeling. Oh, hey guys, it's me, your opening Reaper. I will definitely scout exactly what our enemy is up to, and will not just die against the first sign of opposition. By the way, can you tell me what the plan is for the rest of the battle? Man, I do wish the Changelings could turn into units other than the basic starting army unit, right? If they could be Reapers, it'd be cool. But instead, it's always a Marine without combat shield, it's always a Slowling, and it's always a Zealot without charge. So it's so much easier to discover what a Changeling is. I mean, not that the pros, I don't know, the pros really don't struggle with the concept at all. A Changeling shows up in their army, and they're like, bam, executed immediately. Thanks for showing up, Changeling. You're not invited to the Christmas party. Anyway, oh, there we go. There's that third CC from Clem, starting sub 3 minutes, because of course it was. On the other side, Starport coming in, making Hellions. I mean, nothing here is crazy from these two players. Reaper has exactly 0 kills because Reynor's Ling control is insane. He's got 4 Lings, which is the number you want in this situation. He's not going crazy with Lings, not going for some kind of a 2-base, or I guess a 3-base Baneling bust, which could be pretty fun. 3-base Baneling busts are interesting. I remember that Life came up with that concept back in Heart of the Swarm, back before he was banned for match fixing. But man, was he good before that happened. He was just the first dude to be like, well, if I just show up at the Terran base with like 1 billion Lings and Banelings, like, what are they going to do about that? And it's like, well, Widow Mines, I guess. Are these 4 Lings actually getting work done? Where is the Reaper? Where are the Hellions at? Oh, man, gets a perfect scout off. Sees the fast third CC. I guess we were over here. Reaper friend. Reaper Changeling and Hellions are just here. Wow, okay, so they went back home and 2 SCVs died. Nothing crazy by any stretch. Not at all. Huh. But, you know, 2 SCVs down at this stage of the game is pretty rare, especially considering it was exactly 4 Lings that showed up. Hilarious. Whoosh, gavoosh, gabushka. Yeah, I mean, this isn't nuts. We've got Cloak Banshee coming in. Pretty standard stuff here, too. Not an every TVZ kind of a thing. In fact, I think the first player that really kind of brought it back into the meta after it was gone for a while was Special. But Clem's been doing it, Morrow's been doing it, Bunny's been doing it. I mean, every Terran player I think that I've cast over the last year or so has gone Cloak Banshees on the follow-up after these Hellions at some point. So, it's cool. Everything's fun. Look at how packed in everything here is for Clem. He is not using this side of his base at all, which kind of leaves it open to getting Nidus, right? That's what I would argue. Banshee up here, 0 kills. Queen's responding, doesn't have Cloak yet. Can't really stand and fight against those queens. That anti-air is way too good to allow that to happen. Yo, is Reaper still alive? Dude, Changeling is still alive here. He's just got 0 kills, so he's a bit of a failure today. But, you know, being alive at 5.5 minutes is a success in its own right. That third base finally landing for Clem, saturating it up a tiny bit. By that, I mean, there's a mule here. There are no SCVs at this base at all. Are we gonna... Well, when the star is on the units tab. Do we have an armory? No. Are we building an armory? It really feels like these are going to be Hellbats because he hasn't YOLO'd them at all. He hasn't lost a single Hellion today. And if you're that careful with your Hellions, ooh, Banshees, 2 Banshees force a cancel on this 4th base. That's a big pickup for Clem. That's fantastic. In fact, wonderfully so. Boosh. Yeah, again, if you're this careful with them, you're going to turn them into Hellbats, I feel like. Keep waiting for an army to come through that production tab, and Clem's just like, nah, man, it's cool. I'm just being careful with my Hellions. Don't worry about it. 4 drones go down to the Banshees. They continue on their murderous rampage here. Picking off another drone, taking queen hits, though, and running out of energy is one of them. The other one's very close, too. Engagement here, Hellions. Okay, all right, so they're not quite being super-duper careful here. Yeah, staying on creep this long is definitely an invitation to lose a couple of your Hellions anyway. Yeah, like 2 or 3 of them went down. Trying to get, oh, beautiful block there. Evolution Chamber block. Reaper, is the Reaper going to be the last survivor of this group? He is! Changeling, last survivor of that big old Hellion and a single Reaper group, but he goes down too. Fare thee well, Changeling. Good stuff. Drop coming in at 7 minutes, and he's getting an armory now, which is like, okay. Again, you need it if you're going to go for +2, +2, +3 upgrades on your Marines and Marauders and Ghosts, so it's not like the only reason to get an armory is for that, but it's good for Widow Mines, too. If we're getting Widow Mines, and we are. Production tab says yes. Widow Mines in production. Clem clearing some of this creep like he's been doing all game. And behold, he has killed 16 creep tumors already. Nice. There are 30 of them out there. This base... Nah, there's speed banelings here. There's no way. There's no way that base was getting canceled. Not even close. Oh, baneling attack. Oh, ow. That could have gone better for Clem. But no SCVs died, so it could have gone worse, too. That could have been like a 20 SCV kill. Yeah, no. Engaging here effectively on creep with Lings and Banes this close to the base with Queen support, no. Not enough Marines for that, I'm afraid. Drilling Claws coming in, Combat Shield coming in at 8 minutes, which feels late, but he was pretty heavy. He was pretty heavy on the Hellions earlier on, so tracks, I suppose. Coming in again. Just getting hits off on this 5th base, which is pretty close to home for a 5th base, but Tropical Sacrifice is fun that way. Queen's kind of trying to fight on their own, but with the support of Lings and Banes, yeah, it goes a little bit better. Ooh, losing a medevac there totally sucks. Totally sucks indeed. All right, Clem's got the combat shield up. You can see the little shields on the guys. I do appreciate that level of attention to detail by the StarCraft 2 programming team, who's probably all gone at this point. I think anybody who was involved in the development of StarCraft 2 is still at Blizzard. I don't think they are. I think they've all moved on to other places, which is weird to think about. Anyway, Widow Mine dies, but takes a few Banelings with it. Ooh, good split there. Only 2 Banelings for that Widow Mine. Still a good trade for the Widow Mine, though. And then chasing out. And an army coming down the right side here from Clem. Stim. Run. Retreat. Get on in there. This base has been already previously injured. It's bruised up. It's ripe for further attacks here, though. Widow Mines. Can they get enough damage? Can they get enough value to help Clem win this game, or is Reynor's... Okay, well, those Widow Mines do nothing. That one does nothing. This one kills a couple Banelings. Yeah, overall, good trades there from Reynor. This group that was retreating is back on the warpath up this left side to the 4th. And there is an Artosil open here. It's kind of spazzing out a little bit. Do they do that when there's, like, army near them. They're like programmed to get away. Because that's kind of looked like the Tastalope was trying to do this. Sorry, that's a Tastalope. Tastalope. Does he want to go in the main? Fighting kind of spore territory. So yeah, the medevac takes some hits, but none of them die. We got ourselves some Marines right inside the main mineral line. And never a good thing to experience if you're a Zerg player. It's like, what do I kill? Extractor maybe? Ooh, the Hydralisk Den dying would be pretty cool. They got a Queen. And then picking up and trying to get out and trying not to take all of the Spore Crawler hits in the entire universe. I don't know if there's enough Terran here to make this happen. No siree. Creep. Widowmine actually firing on an Overseer, which they could have... Okay. Well, Overseers, I was going to say, could absorb one Widowmine shot, but not two, and that's exactly what happened. Clem pushing up top. Maybe might go back in with that drop down to the south, but he's really focused on this engagement here. Hydras don't do very well against stimmed Marines with combat shield and upgrades. They don't trade very well with medevacs either. There's a couple changelings in the mix here. Again, slow. Oh, no, they do have shields. Oh, interesting. Wait. I feel like I should know this. Baneling, like, rolled around there and did not connect on anything for a while. That was weird. That feels glitchy to me. Wait, but, okay, so this fourth base probably just gonna straight up die here. Army value 99 to 58. And Clem's just like, bring it. Bring the Hydraling Baneling. We shall destroy all of it. Widowmine gets a connection. This one did not, though. Yeah, and this fourth base is just straight up dead. Spore's getting some really nice free hits off on that medevac, though, bringing it down into the red, which makes it really vulnerable to Hydra attack for sure. Widowmine dies, kills a couple lings with it. The fourth base does go down. So hold on. So Changeling turns into Marine Zergling Zealot. Do they not have... Ow. Ow. Okay, some decent Baneling hits there for Reynor. He needed that, because he was in a lot of trouble. Try to get that down south. No. No, says Clem. Shuts that down immediately. Zerglings, Banelings, can they make the connections? Clem holding on. Widowmine dead again. Dude, a lot of Widowmines have been dead today. Ooh, medevac picked out there too. That may be the one that took all those hits from the Spore at this base that went down. So good revenge, Spore. Reynor's got a bit of a chance to breathe here. I guess I do too. Clem expanding down the right side. This is going to be a fifth base for him. But yeah, so like Lings, Changelings that are Zerglings never get the wing upgrades, the visual wings that give speed to the Zerglings. And Zealots just look like regular Zealots. Do Marine Changelings not have combat shield when the Terran player hasn't researched them? And then they get combat shield once the Terran has researched it? Or do they always have combat shield? I feel like I should know this. Oh, I think an Artosolope just died to splash damage there. Yeah. Ooh, good position. Don't go in there, Reynor. That is horrendous positioning here. Another drop at the top left, trying to go after that base again. The lurkers are out. And that's when things get dicey, but Ghost Academy coming in. Under construction here from Clement, 13 minutes, because of course it is. Right now, I mean, it's just looking like Clem's had a fairly even, I guess, maybe a bit of an advantage overall in supply, or in income, rather. He has an advantage overall in supply, too. But an income advantage, too, which, if it's even, or, you know, favoring the Terran, the Zerg player's in a lot of trouble, and that's what we're looking at here. Yeah, I like that none of Clem's bases have come under fire, though. After that first initial little Ling harass that killed 4 SCVs, I thought maybe Reynor will be able to get some more damage out. But Clem, like I said, gets on 3 bases, and it's worse when there are 4 and 5 and 6 bases now. Good grief, 6 bases. Ah! Wait, Lurker's defending this base. You have any ghosts? No? Okay. Ah, Widowmine does connect on a Lurker there. Clem, he's in the lead. But we're talking about Reynor here. Oh, Widowmine burrowing, preventing the re-expansion of the 6 o'clock base here for Reynor. They're just really buying a lot of time here, too. Okay, expand now. Got it. Sweet. Both players had about 300 minerals in the bank. They are spending their cash like madmen. Nobody gets banks. This is the highest level of StarCraft 2 possible, friends. Okay, is this maybe Reynor on the rampage for the first time today? I don't know. A Widowmine and a Viking kind of shoo him away there. Changeling's actually allowed to kind of hang out, and Reynor benefiting from that. Oh, this group maybe not going to get picked up because, you know, there's stuff happening up north. Yeah, okay, so that whole group dies. Not ideal if you're Clem here, but he's got a lot of stuff to pay attention to right now. Yeah, I mean, Clem, he just hasn't been bothered economically today. This might be Reynor's first, yeah, this is his first attempt to Baneling bust down a planetary with lurker support. He does have the seismic spines upgrade, but then he gets scanned, backs out a little bit. He says, okay, so I'd rather jump on this as a surprise. If this, you know, if they see me coming, it's a lot easier to deal with this stuff, and there we go. Kind of sends the army down. Oh, these ghosts are trying to get snipes off, but the lings were interrupting that casting time because it is a channeled spell. Coming up the center here to Reynor. Looking all sorts of strong here. But Clem's holding. He might, I don't know if he's going to lose this planetary. Marauders try to kill lurkers. They get one, but that's about it. Again, they each do bonus damage to the other because they both do bonus damage to armored, and they're both armored. Yo, Lings and Banes. Nice pickup on those ghosts. Sick micro there from Clem. This planetary can just get repaired, I think. These lurker spines are not going all the way through to the other side, so these SCVs aren't taking hits. But Liberator sets up, scan comes in, and these lurkers should be dead. My gosh, there's a lurker up here trying to get stuff done. Out of range of the planetary. Good, so annoying. So annoying as a Terran player here. He's killing some SCVs. That one goes down to Liberator attack. This one too. Likely going to die to Liberator attack here, but you got to use scans on it is the problem. And now Clem finds himself on the back foot for the last 2 or 3 minutes. Not that it's really taken him down. None of the bases have died. A few SCVs have gone down, sure. But that's absorbable. That kind of loss is not something that's going to worry Clem all that much. Resources lost 20,000 to 29,000. Reynor's got way more resources lost on that one. Lings up. Do I have Adrenal yet? Dude, where's the Adrenal, Reynor? You've got Zerglings in your comp here. Lurker ends up with 0 kills, but a lot of damage done to that planetary, so that's promising. Yeah, like I said, these two play so well against each other. Adrenal would be super hot, though. You have a lot of Lings. Okay, maybe not as many Lings as you did a second ago. In fact, 25 is all you got left after that meat grinder of an engagement. Boom, boom. All right, man. So look, Reynor's got that 6 o'clock base. 12 o'clock base from Clem coming in, though. So, I mean, we're just looking at a fairly even economic situation, which is not great if you're Reynor again. And actually, Clem has an advantage right now. I'm not surprised by that. Lurkers harassing the 12 o'clock get picked out after they take their pound of flesh in the form of a few Marines and maybe a Marauder or two. Yeah, we're even, though. As far as army value goes, we're even. As far as pressure goes, Reynor's been putting more of that on. He's bringing some Hydras along for this Liberator problem. Overseer gets picked out by... Oh, that sucks. If there are some ghosts here, it could be a problem. Baneling's trying to just explode on these SCVs. Can he bust it? He does. He busts the planetary. The cloak ghosts show up. That's a retreat position because obviously you lost your Overseer. Lings cruising from the 4th base into the natural base again. If they had Adrenal, they'd be way better. Clem attacking up left side, going to go after this 4th base for the 2nd time today. He might be able to finish that thing off to get revenge for losing this planetary down the bottom right here. Yeah, hatch down. Okay, so that's 3 hatcheries killed. There's probably been a cancel in there too. Another base coming up here from Reynor. There aren't a million places to expand here on Tropical Sacrifice. It's a tighter map. It's a smaller amount of total bases. So as a Zerg player, you can't just go up to, 9, 10, 11 bases with an advantage. If you're going to do that, you really got to take them away from the Terran. Like, hard. Start going after their 6th, 5th bases, right? That's what I think. Yeah, Adrenal would be super hot. Dude, if Reynor loses this game, it's going to be hard for me to blame it on anything other than the fact that there's no Adrenal. I'm not kidding. That is how important that upgrade is, and it's utterly forgotten here from Reynor today. Cyril had this problem. I think I've cast a game where Reynor forgot about Adrenal too. Not this one, obviously, but In the past, I like these lurkers. Like, oh, there's like 18 ghosts down here. Can he not hit that? What's going on? Why is that? That's not out of his range. I don't know what's happening. This bridge has been an absolute bloodbath, though. Here we go. Ghost coming in, going for them invisible snipes on those lurkers. Taking some spines, too, though. Lings can't see him. Where are the overseers? There's an overseer coming in, but it takes way longer to make those than you might think. I say, with some experience, finally the overseer pops so the ghost can die. They maybe got a little bit overconfident because they weren't dying, and so they're like, oh, there's no detection. And then it showed up, and they were like, ah, we extended too far. This lurker dodging liberator setups is hilarious. It's dead now, but, you know, good damage done. Not too shabby. Dude, these Lings would be doing so much better if there was Adrenal. Oh, he has to know. He has to recognize these Lings are not as effective as they should be. It's another hatch down, and suddenly it's 150 supply. Suddenly, drones are falling by the tens here. Hatches are dying. This top 12 o'clock is staying alive for Clem. Lings, look at these Lings not adrenaling down these SCVs, and he's making 34 more of them. It's the right choice. Zergling's at this stage of the game with 3. Oh, he's only got 2-2. He doesn't even have 3-3 for his Lings, and that's a GG. Clem wins it. Reynor, what is going on with you, my guy? What in the name of Fergus McDootson was that? Wow. Oh my gosh. All right. That is a game where Reynor had, at 21 minutes, 2 Lings without Adrenal. And he sure produced a lot. He made 700 of them today. They were 2 Lings fighting against 3 Marines and Ghosts and Marauders with Combat Shield and Stim and Concussive Shell and all the upgrades they needed. And Reynor was just like, nah, it's fine. I don't need all that stuff. Pfft. Absolutely hilarious. I mean, truly, truly funny there. So Clem gets the win, but it has, I feel like it has an asterisk to it. Like in a level of just, if Adrenal was in, these 700 Lings, well, the Lings that were produced after Adrenal was available, well, that existed and after Adrenal was available, would have done so much better. But yeah, at the end of the day, 5 hatcheries died. Only 1 planetary fortress went down. Clem's pressuring was better than Reynor's was. Like, right. This base died for Clem, and that's it. Every other base that was under attack survived. I mean, this one too, but I don't, yeah. He's sure he lost some SCVs. Absolutely, yes. He lost 34 of them. He killed 35 drones, so even Steven there. But yeah, it's just, he's relying heavily on Zerglings. He doesn't give them the Adrenal upgrades that they deserve. Like, Lings really just deserve to have all the upgrades that they need. They're slow attacks. He never started it. He was never like, oh, I've noticed these Lings are attacking slowly for this stage of the game. Just what? I really don't get it from Zerg players in 2022. This is a 2022 replay. But shoot. All right, well, that was something. I'll give it a something rating here. But at the end of the day, bah, Reynor, my guy. He played so well otherwise. But I just a couple of those engagements where we got Link surrounds on 3 Marines and Marauders and they weren't dying because they had medevac support, right? At that point, I think Reynor needed to be like, oh, fully upgraded Cracklings can handle this, but, you know, 2 non-Cracklings can't. And that was the story of the game. Amazing. So nicely done, Clem. I'm not going to take anything away from him. Clem played very well. And Clem very easily, he was looking very good. He probably would have won this game anyway, even if Reynor had Cracklings, but it just would have been a different game here in the last 5, 6, 7 minutes, right? Yes, agreed. So well done, Clem, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button. hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw, what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.